As you can see, Charles and I have parked our bikes and hopped aboard the Mackinac Island ferry. After all, it would be a shame to come all this way and not get to visit one of Michigan's most unique and iconic destinations. And just so we're all on the same page, this video is a continuation of episode 5 where Charles and I rode from Traverse City up the coastline to Mackinac City. I wanted to point out that one thing about being on the east side of the Mackinac Bridge and crossing the Straits of Mackinac, we're actually boating across Lake Huron. So instead of just visiting one Great Lake on this trip, we've now visited 2. As you can see, we're getting pretty close to Mackinac Island. I want to take just a couple seconds and give you some background details about the island itself. Mackinac Island is 4.35 square miles in size. It's 8 miles in circumference and has a year-round population of only 583 residents. However, it does grow considerably during the summer months from the tourist and the seasonal workers. Mackinac Island has belonged to the United States government since 1815 when they reacquired it from the British. But in 1895, the U.S. government transferred all of its federal land in the whole area, including Mackinac Island, to the state of Michigan, and it became Michigan's first state park.
Standing on the corner at midnight, trying to get my courage up.
The Grand Hotel is probably one of the most iconic landmarks on the entire island. The original part of the hotel actually opened in 1887, but it has had several additions and improvements since then to keep up with modern times. By the way, if you're thinking about getting a room there, you better go ahead and book early. Summer rates often run between $629 to almost $1,100 a night per room. But don't worry, there are several other slightly cheaper options available.
Down on Main Street, down on Main Street, in the pool halls, the hustlers and the losers used to watch them through the glass. Well, I'd stand outside at closing time just to watch her walk on past. Unlike all the other ladies, she looked so young and sweet.
Something that really jumped out at me was how these homes are also beautifully maintained. Many of them were built in the late 1800s or early 1900s. It definitely makes you feel like you've stepped back in time.
Down on Main Street, sometimes even now when I'm feeling lonely and beat.
By now you're probably asking yourself, where are all the cars? Well, there aren't any. That's another unique thing about this place. Motorized vehicles are not allowed, of course, except for emergency service vehicles, and they do allow snowmobiles in the wintertime for the residents. Other than that, the only way you can travel on this island is either by foot, bicycle, horse, or horse-drawn carriage. However, you can also roller skate or rollerblade, except for in the downtown area.
Sail on down the line about half a mile or so, and don't really want to know where you're going.
Well, we've cleared the breakwaters and our ferryboat captain has us back under power heading out into Lake Huron. Turn and take one final look back at Mackinac Island, only wondering if I'll ever get to come back here again. I guess when I hit the lottery, I'll just rent a floor at the Grand Hotel and bring everyone with me. In the meantime, I'll just have to watch the video over and over again to remind myself what it was like, and also understand that this was only the Main Street portion of Mackinac Island. There's a whole lot more to explore here than was in the video. Most of it is non-developed and much less populated.
Guess I'll be on my way. I won't be back to stay. I guess I'm moving.
I really hope you enjoyed this video from our afternoon trip over to Mackinac Island. In the meantime, please stay tuned for our next episode, episode 6, where we're back on the bikes and we'll be heading across the Mackinac Bridge on our way to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. In the meantime, please take care and be safe.
Sail on down the line, ain't it funny how the time can go on? Friends say they told me so, but